Right, welcome back. Let's take a look at our trending topics now. And first up this morning, we have, first the question before the trending topics. Okay, so here's the question. Local government election date is set for November the 1st. Have you decided who to vote for yet? And I see the responses already coming through. So let us know, are you decided, or are you still waiting to be persuaded? Are you open to persuasion? What is your take at this point? At Morning Live, SABC.
Yeah, loving the comments already. So keep them coming in so we can keep showing them to viewers. All right, let's have a look at some of the trending topics now. ArthurFraser right on the top there. In an interview with the SABC last night, ArthurFraser having a one-on-one with Mmabatho, and it was really an interesting one. It really is a range of issues, but one of the, I suppose, issues that has stood out is that ArthurFraser basically saying he is the person who okayed the medical parole.
He took the decision.
Took that decision, and he stands by that decision. And he, said it, and that's pretty much so. I think what most people are speaking about right now, and he is right up there on top of the trending lists this morning.
And went on to say that he took the decision, based on assessments. The medical parole board did not recommend the release. He took that decision based on information at his disposal that the former president was indeed frail and required specialized treatment and more procedures, and based on that he essentially took that decision. So as you say, quite a wide-ranging interview, and hopefully we will be able to play some of it at some stage later this morning.
Indeed. I think it's well worth listening to. All right, so that's the top one. Mmabatho Palms also still trending, and this actually happened while we were on air yesterday, that the hotel caught fire, and it just is quite an institution in the area, and it basically, I saw this aerial shot of it, and it's really been gutted. It's terrible. It's very sad. We were speaking to people that were there in the hotel, including one of the deputy ministers, I think, that was there to attend the swearing in, if I'm not mistaken, of the new premier in the Northwest, and this is where the fire happened. So yeah, it's been gutted, and that's a very sad story.
Yeah, interesting. It wasn't the only fire in the Northwest. There was also the fire at the Christiana Hospital in the municipality. So very interesting, those fires, and again, people raising all sorts of questions about the change in leadership, whether there's any coincidence to this, or whether it's just that, a coincidence. So we don't know.
Not at all, but it was a bit worrying seeing two big places set fire for yesterday in the Northwest. So yeah, just something to keep another eye on. All right, let's now move on to the next trend, which is ARVs.
Yeah.
This is sure. Want to grab this one?
Yeah, basically talk around ARVs, and people talking about how it isn't necessarily a bad thing, how people should embrace the fact that they are on ARVs, but also bringing into this particular conversation this particular matter about teenagers and the fact that teenage girls are on ARVs.
The basically saying that 1,300 new cases of HIV in adolescent girls happens every single week in the country, and the alarm bells are there. And in terms of teenage pregnancies, which we've spoken to, and underage pregnancy, how bad it is. But I think it was that story that released the Basic Education Department coming out and basically saying that girls between the ages of 10 and 19 are infected with HIV every single week, and the number they gave was 1,300. And this
shocking statistic. And then the Twitterati went into trying to explore exactly what it is that leads to this type of infection, and someone, Tembisile Q, basically saying that tweet that we just removed: "Dear teenage girls, is having an iPhone 12 Pro Max worth contracting HIV and possibly taking ARVs for the rest of your life?" So just looking at perhaps some of the causal links between that story, the HIV infection rate among teenagers, and of course phenomena such as the sugar daddy one.
Yeah. All right. So that's all around ARVs, and a very shock. I mean, I must have read that 4 times, and it just sank into my head, and I was like, that is devastating. It really is, those numbers. All right, and then finally, this story, JPSmith. Let's play the video, and then you'll see why it's trending.
Goeiemorgen. Alwini nonke, my fellow Capetonians. So to our MC Abongile, I'm not even going to try that surname, dude. There's too many vowels, too awkwardly placed. Need a nice, short, compact one like me, Smith. This also ensures anonymity. Nobody can find you in the old phone book, but we don't have phone books anymore. And I want to say I'll go out and look for you on social media. I'll add myself to your followers. That'll be a 4% increase in your fan base.
Mayoral Committee Member for Safety and Security, that's Alderman JPSmith.
So there we go. JPSmith trending for all the wrong reasons. And just, I mean, really, what was that? I don't know. I don't know what was being said there. I have no idea.
I don't know why JPSmith thought that was funny.
Yeah.
I don't know why he thought that it is difficult to say nzele nzele. I don't know what he means by too many vowels placed awkwardly. What are you talking about? Abongile nzele nzele.
Yeah.
That's the name.
Yeah.
It really isn't that difficult.
Yeah, it just was in poor taste. It was just, I don't know if he was the only one who was finding himself funny, but well, I certainly hope nobody else found this funny in the audience, and it was just in very, very poor taste. So, of course, JPSmith is the mayoral committee for the City of Cape Town's safety and security member, and they were obviously having a function, and the MC of that day was Abongile Nzele Nzele, and yeah, it's just JPSmith deciding he's not going to pronounce the surname, and couldn't pronounce it for the reasons that he gave, which were just awful. Really.
And just the response from the City of Cape Town, the city's mayoral committee member for safety and security, Alderman JPSmith, has called and spoken with Mr. Nzele Nzele, and he confirms that he took no offense at the remark, nor did Mr. Nzele Nzele think there was any ill intent. Thank you. That's the response from the city.
All right.